as you would all know, I have shorts on. I have to figure out how these are gonna fit me. I mean, me compared to, do you see how much weight I've lost? That's a lot of weight to lose. So, like I said, I have shorts on, so not awfully worried about it. Although my chair is over there. Let me pause this for a minute. Okay, so I've always thought of myself still being this big. Get that? I'm only half this now. Gosh, I feel like Lambzilla trying to figure it out. So, my thought is with this, because I honestly just don't feel like cutting a shit ton of fabric. You know what I mean? So, on one side, we can pleat that, because pleats, right? So I do have this marked a specific way now that I can no longer find any of my blue clippy thingies except for that one. Oh gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot of weight loss right there, everyone. Really is. So gotta try to keep the center here. Take that like that. And then try to redo this part because that came undone. So trying to just like fold it out like this, but again, try to keep this point in the center. Now, unfortunately, that pulled that pocket forward. Well, you know what? It pulled this one forward too. Now, your pockets should honestly be more forward than not. So, this this part, y'all, is quite tasky. Now, I can leave it a little loose because when I go to add the waistband, that can also help to snug it in. That makes some sense because if you've been around long enough to know. Now, the booty, you don't need to pleat that because oh, pleat. You could try, but you need booty room. You do, you need booty room, and I got big butt. I cannot lie. So, it would be the pleats here, which I'm honestly not worried about because they kind of just blend off. And then that waistbanding, which will go on a specific way. So I'm going to stitch it a particular way. And then I'll show you part of how I'm going to do the waistbanding on this. But yeah. So there's that part of taking it. Y'all, Hashimoto's, right? And also, this time with these, because this goes all the way to the floor in that, oh yeah, one thing you always have to check, make sure your pockets are in the right place, because on the inside, where your pocket is, if you've done that squared pocket like I have, take that and you're going to attach that to your pleat. That way your pockets stay stationary. You can put your stuff in it, but it's going to be stationary pretty much and hold pretty good. So that's another thing you want to do with these is get your pocket. I was watching the documentary about that sweet YouTube girl that unfortunately is no longer with us, Gabby. Yeah, I was watching that on, I think it was Netflix. They do have a documentary. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much that'll be about it. I'm not worried about it being a little loose right here because, you know, we ladies, we bloat a bit. So yeah, time to get that waistband on. I just wanted to show you the fact that that's a lot of weight loss, everyone. That is a lot of weight loss. With your pocket right here. Plus, if you have your pockets more towards the front of you, and you know how society is today, good luck, because you're going to end up somebody, or, you know, going to end up using your elbow. Strike them like that. Strike them like that. Anyway, we're not here for martial arts. We're here for sewing. Anyway, so if anybody ever goes to go up on your pocket, just defend yourself. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, because today's world is crazy. So yeah, pretty much. I'll tuck that back down in there. So I'll end up putting another clip here. So we honestly need to make sure that that is in the correct position, as well as over here. Over here. Definitely want to make sure that all of that is in the correct position. And there we go. Now I can just like take these off camera, not on camera, off camera. Get that waistbanding attached and over to the machine. That's my little fix for this. And I'm going to leave these baggy in the legs. Yeah, I am. See you in a minute at the machine. Okay, I had to sit down and get off my very swollen ankle and put you on a different tripod piece. Or I should say, if you remember, I got this that you're on from the TikTok shop. It'll fit on a car visor. But I'll tell you what, it also works clipped to this table, which if I had to just switch, then it also gives you a good view of the sewing machine. How about that? So yeah, I gotta like finish. Oh, look what I found some of, the blue one. Not very many, but okay. So here's what I did. I'm starting to clip this together, starting from the back, and work my way around to the front. And then what I will do is flip this down and do it that way. So that way, front and back of the waistbanding is also clipped on there. So I thought I would show you a little bit of that. Y'all, being with the chronic pain that I have, it might start taking my videos a wee bit longer. So I understand my friend Joy, where she'll show a project, you know, she has things to do, or maybe her husband Jerry isn't feeling well, maybe she's not feeling well, something like that. And it does take a little longer to do these videos. So, yeah, like I said, actually working on this part of it now, right here. I'm gonna unroll that. See, now another thing with this fabric is it will roll on you. So you have to try to be patient and straighten it out. Like where it puckered right here. Kind of hold it taut a little bit. And then if I seem in a little bit better mood, it's because I'm in a little bit better mood. Now, honestly, if I want to go back to PayPal, I can reactivate and then just get a different card. They were supposed to have sent me one, but that never bothered. They never bothered. with that, or I would stay with them, but finally getting some bills paid. Now, this floral, there's a little bit of that on that part, so that's going to be kind of cool. So it almost follows along with the waistbanding pattern of the fabric itself. So, like I said, hold it a little taut, not too much, because you don't want that to be all like stretch out too much. No, you don't want that. So anyway, I'm going to finish clipping this on the waistband or on the pant. Okay, I want to tell you a difficulty when making pants and trying to put on a waistband. Y'all, my throat hurts. Of course, it's also been from like stress from NetSpend and PayPal. That's been making me stressed, but okay. Now, I've got all of the back clipped, right? Got all clipped and everything. And I'm going to have to take it off and re-clip it all. Oh my gosh. So there's going to be a part 3 to this because this is very tiring. I haven't been able to get in here like I would like to be during the day and just do my stuff. I'm tired. Then I have to have sound on just to do this. So I will be back tomorrow to finish this up, but I will go ahead and upload the video again. I'm not doing my outro, so stay tuned. And I'm just gonna re-clip this tonight. If not tonight, in the morning, because this is getting to be a little stressful. I have a lot of stressful shit in my life, and I really don't need that to be one of them. Joy, I love you, honey. I understand your difficulties with certain things, girl. So I'm probably going to put these back on and re-clip where I want basically things to be. And that might be how I do a lot of it for this. So that, yeah, anyway, you'll see. Stay tuned.